Hello guys and welcome to the channel. I'm Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame THRU. We are going to get started. This is going to be your weekly energy reading, carrying you through the energy of the 12th through the 19th for the beautiful sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. There are November collective readings up in a variety of different. My plan was to do 4. I still am going to bring my classic collective reading back. Well, the classic reading of how they feel about you. But right now, there's a career and money reading up for the collective. What are their intentions and how they see you? These are collective and not zodiac sign specific. And this is going to be your weekly energy reading. The big ticket item, as you know, the build up to this big ticket item, Taurus, with this new moon in Scorpio. That video will be available to you tomorrow in the new moon in Scorpio. We do everything real time on my channel. So I like to be in the energy of it when I am at least doing, bringing it to you. So because I like to feel what you may be feeling. You know, I'm not your zodiac sign, but I'm trying to tap into your energy. So with that being said, you will get that tomorrow, but this particular week, there may be minor things going on, but not of noteworthy for me to bring up. This is everything that has happened, including this explosive weekend for some of you that we are experiencing is leading up to this new moon in Scorpio. And that, again, that video will be up for your viewing and listening pleasure tomorrow. Now let's get into it. You've looked at your cards while you've been listening to me, and let's go ahead and unpack this. When I pre-shuffle for you guys, I sit in the energy, and then of course I take my pictures. And it's interesting that there was a lot of 6s and there was a lot of 7s this week across the board. There's a lot of reassessing and there's a lot of trying or attempting to bring things into balance for a lot of individuals. I saw a lot of that across the board, but without further ado, let's get into it. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. And I will link the links for those videos. Let's get started. So you're starting this week out, stepping into your queendom. This may resonate with you more if you are a Taurus that does have fire in their chart. Queen of Wands is about that confidence, the passion, determination. She's charismatic. She has a lot of optimism. So you're coming in to this week knowing what you want and going after what it is that you want, okay? When we're looking at the next particular card, this is 3 cups in this deck. And by the way, the name of the deck is going to be below, but this is the Mushroom Hunter's Tarot. I just like the fact that everything looks like mushrooms. It's really interesting. But anyway, that's what this is. That's what we're using. It will be linked below in case you're wondering. 3 of Cups. So you are looking like you're going to have to start the start of a really good week. 3 of Cups is about, about your comrades. It's about your community. It's about your family. It's about gatherings. It's about celebrations. So far, so good. You're having a good time. You're walking into this particular week very confident. But then this is when things take a turn, because then we have the moon energy right there. Now, the moon energy is talking about, obviously, fear and illusions and delusions. It also talks about your intuition and the subconscious, but illusions, fear, and anxiety and deceptions are here. So you're going into what you want. You're seizing the week. You are, in your new moon energy. You are really not having it. You're going into it, with a brand new way of looking at things. But there's still a little fear. And just to give you a little bit of a spoiler, Taurus, this is... I believe that because there's a couple things going on with this new moon. It's not just a new moon. There's oppositions and other things going on. There was a Mercury square Saturn, as well as a Mars opposing Uranus, all while the new moon in Scorpio. So actually the new moon in Scorpio will oppose Uranus as well. So it's just like, my goodness, like we don't get a break. But I feel like for you right now, this is about, your relationships and how you may be moving on or moving past the situation that's done you wrong. But at the same time, you still don't feel 100% confident. I think ultimately you're still in the dark about something. You still don't 100% feel that you have all of the answers surrounding this. It's going to be bringing emphasis to your 7th house. So this could be with regards to a relationship, Taurus. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could be business partners as well. But let's face it, I find that the majority of these transits, and I don't want to say that I never hear about business partners, but I'm going to say I never hear about business partners. So with that being said, you're still in the dark about something. You're still very much so in the dark about something. And you're not, something that happened is not sitting well with you. And if we see what led you to the Queen of Wands and trying to walk into your power, we're looking at 7 swords. So if we look at this, then this makes me understand exactly why you still have this moon energy, this energy of going up and down, or this energy of knowing what you have to do. But, that doesn't necessarily mean that you like it or you necessarily are feeling what you have to do. Because that 7 swords that led you to that Queen of Wands, you felt like you had no choice. I mean, the 7 swords is talking all about, lies and deceptions and scheming and cunning. And someone had the resources to possibly do you wrong. So you're reflecting on this 7th house stuff. You're reflecting on it right now. And you're trying to go out and have fun. You're trying to surround yourself around like-minded individuals. The start of the week could be very cathartic for you, and you could be feeling like, you are on top of the world and you took your power back. But at the end of the day, the underbelly of this is this moon card, and what led us to these fluctuations in emotions, Taurus, which was that 7 of swords, in the past. And at the top of the deck, we are looking at 4 swords. That 7 of swords and where you are now has put you still in an energy of rest and relaxation because you're protecting yourself. I really don't see rest, but yes, rest at the same time. You're going out, so it's kind of a contradiction, but this is a mental rest. This is peace and rejuvenation. This is pausing. This is pressing the pause button. This is relaxing. This is for you taking a step back of what you've been thinking. You're trying to figure out your next move. I like the key word that I use for this card a lot, which is quietly contemplating. Now, some of you guys are finding it harder to do that if you are a Taurus that has prominent air in their chart, but you're finding it easier to do if you are a Taurus that has prominent fire in your chart. Thank you for allowing me to take a sip. I think that it's easy for the fire in you, if this is what you relate to, obviously with that Queen of Wands, to get out there and command her audience and do what you need to do, because it's easy to put up a front and do that. Oh, it's definitely easy. Not so easy when you get home, because you're the one that has to live with yourself. So you're thinking primarily about the failure of a relationship, no matter how much you're getting it in or you may be enjoying yourself. I know a Leo right now with a Taurus moon, and he is going out right now and doing him. I mean, he is doing him to the fullest. You can never look at him and tell that he has all of these fluctuation of emotions and in the underbelly of all of that, because that fire will allow him to do exactly what he needs to do to play the part. But only a few people know that the underbelly of this is that he's reflecting heavily on a relationship that did not last. And ironically, he's dealing with a Pisces. So it's interesting that this moon card came out. For some of you, that's what it is. Or you may have, like I know another client of mine, a client she's a Taurus, but she has a lot of her planets in the 12th house. So she, like her sun, like everything is stacked up in that damn house. So it feels very much so like you're dealing with a Pisces. It's really strange to see that act out. I'm fascinated by it. So any of that can be resonating with you. That can be taking place. You let me know in the comments. What's remaining here, unfortunately, is the Moon card. Is prominent, fear and illusion, and that's what's remaining this week. And my advice to you is going to be to allow this to just play out, because you have to go through it to get over it. So that is what I'm going to say for you. But overall, you're really trying the best you can. I would say that, you definitely are keeping up appearances and doing what you feel that you have to do. But sometimes sometimes what we have to do doesn't always feel good to us. And I would say that's where you are. But continue to quietly contemplate and figure out what your next move is and allow this to pass. Because this moon is definitely bringing awareness to that house. And it may not be a pretty sight. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Everything you need to know is below in the description box for you and your collective. And I will see you in the new moon in Scorpio video. And to everyone else, I will see you next week when we do it again. Bye, guys.